I thought I hit the button, but I didn't. So
I was never hit that. Gonna hit nothing?
Nah.
All right, okay. So we'll say it again. Salak, I thought we was ready, but all right, we're gonna get it going again. So once again, Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabbat Rakatah to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Alatham Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. Like I said, this is the ISUPK. Once again, Shalom, Yahweh. Okay, there we go. This is the ISUPK out of 125th Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. All right. First and foremost, pay your tithes. 10% of any increase in earnings that you receive, give to the man of the Lord in the ISUPK. You can go to isupk.com to make your donations. All right, give it to the man of the Lord who's actually out here doing his work. We feed black people, but when I say black, I mean black Hispanics and Native Indians. We housing brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? We're going around the world teaching brothers this truth, helping brothers and sisters get off drugs. You know what I'm saying? Building black families up. You know what I mean? Getting brothers off of everything, you know what I'm saying? And getting brothers to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments and live their life for the Lord. We actually out here doing this work. All right, so give some of that money that you give it to the weed man, that you give it to the dope man, that you give it to the Asians and the Arabs, they chicken, and you know what I'm saying, and the Asians for their toes and for your toes and nails. Give some of that money, 10% to the ISUPK. All right. So with that, man, we're gonna get into this class, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been a lot. This is the law class, by the way. You know what I'm saying? This is the Wednesday night law class. You know what I'm saying? Where we dive into the law. You know what I'm saying? Because that is the way we're going to get up out of this hell. So we got to teach brothers and sisters how to properly keep these laws, statutes, and commandments according to the Lord. All right? And that's what we have to do. This is a commandment, thus says the Lord, to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. But with that being said, you know, one of the laws, statutes, and commandments is, you know, homosexuality is against the Lord, and any other kind of sexual deviancy that you have. It's a lot of sexual deviancies going on in this earth. Okay, and it's you know, this real aggressive homosexuality, very aggressive homosexuality is going on in the earth as well. Okay, and you know what I'm saying, we're gonna get into these laws about, you know what I'm saying, the right, you know, what the Lord has to say about, you know, being like this, you know, about being a homosexual, being a sexual deviant. You know, you got, you know, brother, they talk about the brother R. Kelly, you know, sleeping with underage girls and things like that. You know, like all type of sexual deviancies going on, man. But we're going to get all that out of here. And you're going to understand, you know what I'm saying, that the reason that the brother is going through as much hell as he's doing, because it's against the Lord. You know what I mean? And the reason that, you know, a lot of the horrible things that happens to the homosexuals and anybody else who's breaking the law is because the Lord has allowed that to happen to you. All right? So with that, grab Leviticus 20 and 13 real quick. Hey, did you get that article I sent you?
I never got that article from you.
Okay, I want to get
you. Right now.
It's an article.
You said 20 and 13.
Yeah, get 20 and 13 real quick. You could, brother. We'll get it from there. Yeah, so we're gonna get into it, man. You know, because hold on, okay. All right, there we go. We in business. Are you ready? So yeah, we're gonna get into what the Lord has to say about all this sexual deviancy that's going on. All right, according to the scriptures. All right, let's get it.
Come on. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lieth with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
It says, read that again.
Okay. If a man also lieth with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
Both of them. If a man lay with a woman, if a man lay with a man like he lay with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. All right, both of them. You ain't supposed to be laying down with men. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, we're gonna get into this story that I thought I said, brother. You know what? This is just a real aggressive homosexual. You got Don Lennon. What's his name? Don Lennon. Forget his name. The dude. Mm-hmm. Huh? Lennon, right? Yeah, Don Lennon. Yeah. No, Don. That's
Don Lennon?
Yeah, the brother.
I thought it was John.
I thought it was John.
No, it's Don Lennon. Don Lemon.
Lemon?
Yeah, I guess it's Lemon. Lemon. From CNN, this reporter right here. Yeah, Don Lemon.
Oh.
That's how they spell it.
L-E-M-O-N.
Huh? Yeah, I'm finna send you the article and you can get it. I got it. This brother is coming against Kevin Hart, you know what I'm saying, for how he wants to raise his children. But the article was just so crazy how they trying to force this man to be a part of the homosexual movement. You know what I'm saying? And they like really trying to force him to do it, you know. And it's really a sick thing, you know what I'm saying, that they trying to do. Hold on. The Oscar something level. Yeah, I want to get that article. I thought I sent it to you, man. But yeah, this brother's out of his mind, man. Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah, I'm finna get it. Okay. All right, there you go. I think this one there. Okay, yeah. Let's get it. Okay, so Donald, he's a CNN reporter. He's also a homosexual himself, right? He's laying down with some white man. All right, he's laying down with a white man, and he's mad because if you ain't heard the story Kevin Hart had put out there that back in the he always made jokes about it, like how he didn't want his son playing with dollhouses. To put that down, that's gay. You know what I mean? And he was just that's his purpose. He don't want his child to play with dollhouses. He don't got to do that. You know what I'm saying? But this the spirit of this aggressive homosexuality, they trying to really force this down our children's throat and also down our throats, you know what I'm saying, to make us accept their lifestyle. But when you do things like that, you know what I'm saying, it opens the door, for all kind of other sexual deviancies and things like that. And that's why you got, all the other things going on as far as you see the stories with R. Kelly. And then now you got pedophiles coming out talking about, hey, I can't help who I love. If you can say a man can't help loving another man, how can you say it's something wrong with me for loving this little boy? You know what I'm saying? I can't help who I love, and that's the Pandora's box that they've opened up when you allow the sexual deviant demon to run rapid. Read that again.
Okay. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10. Salakia. What verse?
13.
Verse 13. If a man also lieth with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
Both of them have committed an abomination. Keep going.
They shall surely be put to death.
They shall what?
Surely be put to death.
No, you sure ain't saying it might be?
They shall surely be put to death.
They shall surely be put to death. All right? This is a death sentence. Right. Thus says the Lord. Right. All right? But grab that article real quick. I want y'all to see this. This man is telling Kevin Hart that you should, not only, I want you to accept, not tell your son that it's not okay for him to play with girl toys or Barbie doll houses and different things like that. You also have to be an ally to our gay community and our gay agenda. You can be a strong voice to help, homeless gay black man. He even gave some type of statistic. You got it?
Yeah, come on.
Hey, let's get some of that.
All right, come on. Don Lemon responds to Kevin Hart's apology and reluctant to become ally of LGBT ally of LGBTQ community. On Friday, CNN Tonight, Don Lemon did an emotional segment about Kevin Hart's Ellen interview. In it, he criticized the comedian for not apologizing and for portraying himself as a victim, and urged him to become an ally of the LGBTQ community.
Right. So he can, first of all, he shouldn't have to apologize for not wanting to want his son to be a part or accept your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have to apologize for how his personal feelings, his freedom of speech.
Right.
You know what I mean? For one. And so he goes on Ellen DeGeneres show, which is a lesbian lady show,
right,
to apologize to all the homosexuals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he went and tried to do it. And this homosexual ain't even happy with that. He say that ain't enough. Your apology ain't enough. He needs to do what?
He criticized the comedian for not apologizing and for portraying himself as a victim and urged him to become an ally of the LGBTQ community.
Wow, keep going.
Tonight, Lemon revisited the topic with another Kevin Hart themed segment. The CNN anchor revealed that Hart had reached out to him over the weekend, and the two had a lengthy off-the-record phone conversation in which Hart declined Lemon's repeated request to come on his show. While Lemon would disclose details about the discussion beyond the general topics, he dissected some comments Hart made earlier today on his Sirius XM radio show, which included an apology to the LGBTQ community. Lemon was generally pleased with the apology, while questioning Hart's repeated use of expletives, but took issue with Hart's direct response to his on-air appeal for Friday, which he played.
So basically, like I said, he wants this brother to come on his show, which is on CNN for the whole world to see. You know what I'm saying? All the countries, for him to say he's an ally to the homosexual community and to push that agenda. You don't see the part in there where we're talking about he can really push the agenda. That's what I was trying to get to. We could skip down and see that part.
Go ahead. One thing that's sticking out to me is how they keep on adding extra letters to that.
Right.
Like, they keep on adding stuff. What is that? What does Q stand for?
Right. It's just whatever, all the deviancy. As I said, it's a lot of sexual deviancy, up in there. But that's actually, do you see that part? If you don't worry about it. But if you see it, we can get it. But yeah, it's a part in there where he just, really encouraging him to come and be a part of the homosexual community and really push the agenda. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Kevin Hart has a big following. He's saying, man, you can be a big ally. You can really push this agenda real strong into the black community.
I think I do see that. I might look at the story.
Okay. He can be a big, lead a lot of people, lead a lot of our gay people. Like most of the homeless gay people are black people, and you know what I'm saying. A lot of young boys get beat and teased about being homosexuals when the Lord just said they deserve to be put to death.
Right.
So they got off easy, according to the Most High, just being talked about. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about when the homosexual who makes Empire, made that scene when they threw the little homosexual boy in the garbage for wearing his mama's heels. You know what I'm saying? He was like, that's a real life story that happened to the homosexual. The homosexual writer put that in there. Say his dad caught him wearing high heels and threw him in the garbage. You know what I'm saying? We ain't condoning, child abuse or anything like that. But the Lord said that, homosexuality is an abomination. Right. So it needs to be strongly enforced that this is not okay. You need to strongly require that that's not going to be tolerated in your house. You know what I mean? And things like that. But you can't even talk about it according to these homosexuals. They were very aggressive. Go ahead.
If we could keep the UPK spirit, I saw Captain Picard, he made a status. He said, if I find out that my son's homosexual, I'm getting my gun.
Right. Well, but we, like I said, we don't, some things is, like I said, we ain't putting no children to death, and different things like that. Like you said, they won't be welcome, in the home. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be shunned by the family. We ain't finna be dealing with them. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully they repent from their sins. That's what the Lord came for. You know what I'm saying? So you're not so you can be a homosexual, so you can go and sin no more. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you can cut the homosexuality out of your life. All right, but it opened doors for everything else. When you got this going on, we're gonna get a couple more of these scriptures right here in Leviticus. You know what I mean? Because in 13 it talks about that. So if you go up to go to 8 real quick.
Okay. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 8. And ye shall keep my statutes and do them, and I am the Lord which sanctify you.
All right. So you should do it, keep the Lord's statutes. All right. We're going to skip down to 10. Grab 10.
Okay. Verse 10. And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife. The adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death.
Right. So it opens up doors. For other sexual deviance, it's all in the same section, in the same chapter in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Right above, you know what I'm saying, the homosexuality, it starts, you know what I'm saying, with you wanting to sleep with another brother's wife. You know what I mean? That's the homosexual spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's because it's not brotherly. You know what I'm saying? You want to uncover another man's nakedness, put your rod what one of your brother's rod has been. You know what I'm saying? That's the gateway. You know what I'm saying? But keep going.
Okay, verse 11. And the man that lieth with his father's wife hath uncovered his father's nakedness. Both of them shall surely be put to death.
Right. So they both should be put to death. Hold on. No, you said number 11? Okay. Yeah, they both should be put to death. You know what I'm saying? You want to, first you sleeping with your neighbor's wife. You know what I'm saying? Now you sleeping, laying with mankind. I mean, first you sleeping with your neighbor's wife first, committing adultery. Now you sleeping with your dad's wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Lying with his father's wife. Come on, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know, that's, you know, in this community you might think, you know, because it's a lot of step parents in the home, this is basically your mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what that's talking about. But like, this is what you do when you open up those doors, these sexual deviancies. You know what I'm saying? It just opens it up to all of this nonsense. Keep going.
Come. Their blood shall be upon them.
Right.
Verse 12. And if a man lie with his daughter-in-law,
right,
both of them shall surely be put to death.
Right. You're not supposed to be lying with your daughter-in-law. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to sleep with your son's wife. You know what I'm saying? This is part of our laws, you know. But that's what I'm saying. But when you open up these doors, brothers is into all type of nonsense. You ain't supposed to be doing none of that. That is against the Most High, and you deserve to be put to death behind it. Keep going.
Come. They have wrought confusion. Their blood shall be upon them. Verse 13. If a man also lieth with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death.
Right. All of it. You see, it's all in the same whoop. It's all in the same breath. They mentioning all these things because it's the same spirit. It's that same sexual deviant spirit where you just want to sleep with anything. So not only is you trying to sleep with your brother's wife, your dad's wife, you sleep with your mom, your dad's trying to sleep with his daughter, your wife. You know what I'm saying? You sleeping with men as a man. You know what I mean? Keep going. What it say you're going to start doing next?
Their blood shall be upon them. Verse 14. And if a man take a wife and her mother, it is wickedness.
Right. Now you just want to have sex with everything. You want the mama and the daughter. And some brothers think that's something cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's a wicked thing. You know what I'm saying? You doing these type of things, it ain't no better. It's all the same. Ain't no sin worse than the other. It's all in that same realm of homosexuality, sexual deviancy, all of that. All right? Keep going.
They shall be burnt with fire, both he and they.
Right.
That there be no wickedness among you.
Right. They should be put to death. You know what I'm saying? All this sleeping with your woman and sleeping with her mama and sleeping with your mama and sleeping with your daughter-in-law, sleeping with your son. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep going, man. I'm telling you, but it don't stop there. Keep going.
Okay, verse 15. And if a man lieth with a beast.
If a man lieth with what?
Beast.
Now you talking about bestiality. This is what's going on out here. You opened up the door for them to say, yeah, you can lay with men. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you can pass that law. Man can marry man, women can lay with women. Okay, now they want to marry. Now it's peace. Now you're going to see weddings with a man marrying his dog. You're going to come home and some man's going to be having sex with your pit bull in the backyard. You see what I'm saying? Having sex with your horses and cattle, you know? Talking about this is the door that you open up with these sexual deviants. All right? Keep going.
Okay. He shall surely be put to death, and ye shall slay the beast.
Right, you can ruin a good horse. ruin a good cow or something because you want to be a sexual demon and go outside and stick your rod in anything or let anything be and be a disgusting woman to let anything stick their rod in you. You know what I'm saying? You just want it all. You know, you don't got like you do when you let that sexual deviant spirit in, you're gonna be on all this. Hey, grab that story with the story in Sodom and Gomorrah. You get to go to that part where they was trying to force the Lot to, yeah, they was trying to force the angels to come out real quick if you could, because this is, you know what I'm saying, with the scriptures talking like this and being so against homosexuality, you know what I'm saying, it's crazy. Like that same spirit, that aggressive homosexuality spirit, you know what I'm saying, it's just like it was back in Sodom and Gomorrah time. You know, they trying to force you. Even that actor just came out. The actor came out, they trying to call him a homophobe. I forget the brother's name because he came out on Twitter or something or Instagram or something and made a post saying, asking the homosexuals to stay out of his instant message. Stop messaging him, trying to go out with him. You know what I'm saying? He's telling them, I'm not a homosexual. I am a boy. I am a boy, Damon. You know what I'm saying? And they talk about he's a homophobe because you can't say no to a homosexual. You can't tell a homosexual to leave you alone. But let you be coming into a woman's DM like that, they can hit you with sexual harassment. You know, they can do that. But they so aggressive with this homosexuality, you can't say no to homosexuality. You can't say no. You can't say, I don't want my son to be a homosexual. You can't say that. You got to give your son a choice to blow rods or not. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But that same aggressive, like they are, you know what I'm saying, trying to be more righteous in their wickedness than you know, trying to be in your righteousness. But then it's a real soft spirit out here. They breaking brothers. Just like, you know, that was a real homosexual gay spirit, just to go to another topic. Like them brothers who allowed their sister to get snatched over the counter at McDonald's. Right. And didn't help her out. You know what I'm saying? And sat there, didn't do nothing. They got real feminine spirits, man. Right. Real feminine spirits, man. And then it's running rapid out here because the homosexuals are more aggressive than you. You know that white man who snatched over probably is a flaming homosexual. They are homosexual by nature. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's just disgusting, man. You got it. So, you know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. Let's keep going on. Keep finish that scripture.
Come, verse 16. And if a woman approach unto any beast and lie down thereto, thou shalt kill the woman and the beast. They shall surely be put to death.
Right. You know what I'm saying? The women sleeping with them beasts, you know what I'm saying? It ain't for nobody. Woman or man, nobody should be sleeping with animals. But when you say it's okay for a man to sleep with a man, then the pedophiles come out who wants to sleep with little boys. They say, I can't help who I love. Then the bestiality people come out. Now they want to marry your dog. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing. This is the door you open up. Keep going.
Come. Their blood shall be upon them. Mm-hmm. Verse 17. If a man shall take his sister, his father's daughter, or his mother's daughter, and see her nakedness, and she shall see his nakedness.
Right now, brothers trying to sleep with their own sisters. You know what I'm saying? Sisters trying to sleep with their own brothers. That's called a familiar spirit. That sexual deviant spirit is a familiar spirit and it's running rapid in the earth right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's incest. It's all sexual incest. It's all sexual deviance. But that's what it is, incest. Keep going.
Okay. It is a wicked thing.
Right.
And they shall be cut off in the sight of their people.
Right. So, keep going.
Okay. He hath uncovered his sister's nakedness. He shall bear his iniquity.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's a disgusting thing. But that's what I'm saying. It keeps going. It keeps going, man. You didn't open that door, now you're trying to have sex with anything at any time. Keep going.
Okay, verse 18. If a man shall lie with a woman, having her sickness.
You know what that is? What is it? You know what it is? Go ahead.
Her flower.
Her flower. Right. So now the brothers want to have sex with the women on their periods. You can't even wait 3 days because you just so full of lust. You can't wait a week. You know what I mean? Keep going. Go ahead.
Okay. And shall uncover her nakedness. He hath discovered her fountain. So like, and she hath uncovered the fountain of her blood. And both of them shall be cut off from among their people.
Right. So all you don't know what, I know they had a name for it, but all you brothers and sisters who like to have sex when a woman's on her flower or her period, it's that time of the month, whatever y'all want to call it. The Lord is against the law. Stop it. You're being disgusting. Thus says the Lord. All right? You can't do that. All right? This is why we do this law class, so you can understand, how disgusting you are or have been, so you can repent and change. Now you know better. No more having sex on your period. We understand if it was an accident, there's an accident. Sometimes, it just happens. But the Lord knows. That's what the Lord knows. It said there's no repentance for willful sin. If it wasn't on purpose, the Lord knows if it wasn't or not. You can't trick the Most High. All right? Keep going.
Come on. Select.
20.
Come on. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 20.
19.
Verse 19. And thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister.
So that's your auntie. Don't sleep with your auntie, okay? It's not okay. Do not sleep with your auntie. Keep going.
Nor of thy father's sister.
No, you can't sleep with your dad's. Neither one of your aunties, on your mama's side or your daddy's side. It's all disgusting according to the Most High. Keep going.
For he uncovered his near kin.
Right.
They shall bear their iniquity. Verse 20. If a man shall lie with his uncle's wife, he hath uncovered his uncle's nakedness.
Right. Don't sleep with your uncle's wife, okay? Because that's your auntie as well, through marriage. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to uncover that it's that homosexual spirit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I still need that. Hold on. Go ahead.
They shall bear their sin. They shall die childless.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's something. You can't do none of that wicked stuff. Any of these, if you need a recap, go back to Leviticus chapter 20. You know what I'm saying? And just read it. And find out, you know what I'm saying, and if you forgot what you can and cannot sleep with. All right? Keep going.
Okay, verse 21. And if a man shall take his brother's wife, it is an unclean thing. He hath uncovered his brother's nakedness.
Right. So don't be trying to sleep with your brother's wife. You know what I'm saying? That's your sister-in-law. Don't do it. You cannot sleep with your sister-in-law, okay, brothers? That is an abomination, thus says the Lord. All right? It's an unclean thing. Keep going.
They shall be childless. Verse 22. Ye shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments and do them.
Right. So, keep going.
That the land whither I bring you to dwell therein, spew you not out.
Right. So the Lord gonna bring, that's how when we get the kingdom, that's how we keep the kingdom and not get spewed out in our land. You know what I'm saying? If we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. But I want to get, get into this story a little bit in Sodom and Gomorrah, get a little bit to show you that this aggressive homosexuality spirit where they want to force you into homosexuality, they want to force you to teach your son a certain thing. They got it all in the schools talking about the gender policy. Talking about they're trying to force teachers to call little kids a girl a little boy if she identifies as a boy, and a boy a girl if he identifies as a girl. They're trying to force that on teachers, called the gender policy. Look out for that in your schools. Go ahead.
Now they just came out with something new in the New York Times. They said that now it's declared that even men can have periods.
Anyway, any way to be allowed to stick their rod in anything and put their mouth on anything. All right, they're disgusting people, man. And that's in And this is what the Lord said about these people. He read the next one.
Verse 23. And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation.
Read that again.
And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation.
You should not walk in any of their matter. Don't do none of those things to these nations. That's what these heathens do. Israel is not allowed to do those things. Keep going.
Which I cast out before you. For they committed all these things, and therefore I abhorred them.
Therefore what?
And therefore I abhorred them.
The Lord hates them for that disgusting behavior. And they're gonna get their reward. They're gonna get their judgment. But you don't want to get swallowed up with them. All right, so you gotta not walk in those manners. All right, let's get that story real quick.
Okay. Genesis 19:4. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they, it's like verse 5, and they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came into thee this night?
Right. So, you know what I'm saying, the Lord was going to, you know what I'm saying, destroy this place anyway. But, you know what I'm saying, the angels was coming to see if it was worth saving. If they could find anybody worth saving in this land. But this is the same thing that's going on. This place that we living in is just like this place here, Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I'm saying? There was all kind of wickedness, people sleeping with any and everything. You know what I'm saying? It was all manner of wickedness going on. All right? And so this part, we got these, Lot had took some angels into the house. The angels had came and he took them into the house. He took the brothers into his crib. And the people saw, it was like, you know, people out, they saw the angels walk in. You know what I'm saying? And then they didn't came to this brother's house. Keep going.
Come. Bring them out unto us, that we may know them.
Say it again.
Bring them out unto us, that we may know them.
Right. So bring them out unto us so we may know them. They didn't came to this man's house. Very aggressive. Talking about give us them man. They don't know if these, you know what I'm saying? They want to stick their rod in anything. They ain't gonna do it by force. They got to, like, that's what the brother say, like, get out my DM, brother. I'm not a homosexual.
Right.
Stay out of my DM, man. You know what I mean? But these brothers come knocking, they couldn't go to the DM, so they ain't had a DM back then. So they didn't came to the man front door, asking him to blow rods.
Shit's like it. DM used direct message. They came direct.
Right.
Well, they ain't send a message.
Right. They came directly with that message, straight to the front door, like, hey, send the man out here. You know what I'm saying? We trying to blow rods and take rods today. All right? Aggressive, man. That's the same thing going on with Don Lemon, with his aggressive homosexuality. And you know what I'm saying? And them brothers who calling this brother a homophobe because he asking brothers to stay out of his DM. He's uncomfortable. He's feeling sexually harassed by men, but he can't say that. He's a homophobe. If he say, I don't want to know you, none of you homosexuals DMing me. I'm not interested. No, you can't do that to the homosexual. You have to be interested. Or you better not say that you're not. You can't say that you're not interested. It's a disgusting thing, man. It's horrible. But this is it's the same spirit of Sodom and Gomorrah on this place, and that's why the Lord is going to destroy this place, man. Keep going.
Come. Verse 6. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him. Verse 7. And said, I pray you, brother, do not so wickedly. Verse 8. Behold now.
Hold on, go back. Read that again.
Verse 7. And said, I pray you.
No, go back up a little bit more.
Verse 6. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him.
So Lot came out the door. You know, he didn't brought these brothers into the crib. They big, you know, coming over there banging on his door. You know, like, hey, we want the man that just came up in there. You know what I'm saying? Lot came out the door, closed the door behind him, like, look, keep going.
Come. Verse 7, it said, I pray you, brother, do not so wickedly. Verse 8, behold now, I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them unto you.
Right. So look at that. You know what I'm saying? Lot came out, man, trying to show some amazing brotherhood to these brothers. You know what I'm saying? Something that we lacking, extremely lacking in our community. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they didn't let the white homosexual come up in the store and snatch the sister up and let their homosexual spirits come all over them, didn't do nothing about it. You know, Kevin Hart, you know, then let, you know, I don't, you know, he shouldn't have apologized. You know what I'm saying? But he let it overcome him. You know what I'm saying? That he let their spirit of homosexual wickedness, you know, be stronger than his righteous judgment. You know what I'm saying? And his righteousness. It's a righteous thing to not want your son to be a homosexual.
Right.
But he let them be stronger in their wickedness than he is in his righteousness. All right? And you want to stay away from that, man. You don't want to let wicked people take you out of your character, take you from being who you are. You know what I'm saying? You want to be strong in your righteousness, man. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Come.
Hold on. So he just came. So lots, you know, just offered these men, showing major brotherhood by coming out there and offering these brothers. Like, look, man, I have 2 beautiful daughters, you know, who ain't never known a man. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't do this wicked thing that y'all trying to do. Because we know y'all out here raping, robbing, and murdering everything. You know what I'm saying? Don't do what y'all trying to do right now. I will give y'all my 2 daughters who ain't never known a man. Keep going.
Come. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes.
Right. Come on, man. Take my daughters. He offered up his, sacrifice his own daughters to show brotherhood and to show these wicked, disgusting people, you know what I'm saying, what it looks like to have brotherhood, what it looks like to be a man of the Lord. But let's see what these aggressive homosexuals had to say. Go ahead.
Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. And they said, and they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge.
Hold on. So he just came out. They telling him, man, stand back. Just like any homosexual would want to say, what they say. We read that part again. What did they just say in our words? Let's read it one more time.
And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs to be a judge.
What did they just say to him?
Get back. Back up. Back up.
What else? They told him to back up, get out the way. And what else did they say about him?
About the person.
What? Read that very last part.
And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs to be a judge.
He will need to be a judge. What is they saying? This fellow just came in like lot out there like, come on, don't do this. I'll give you my daughters. Don't do this wicked thing that y'all trying to do. This is wicked what y'all are trying to lay with these men. What does he tell? What did they just say to Lot? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who is you? Basically what they try to say. This brother just came to sojourn, told him to back up. Who are you to judge? Basically, don't judge me, like the Christians say. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. That's what they telling us. Right. Like, who is you to come? You coming to live amongst us? Who is you to judge us for wanting to have sex with those men? If I'm a man and I want to have sex with a man, how you can't judge me? Read that part again. Listen to it.
And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came into sojourn, and he will needs be a judge.
Right. Who is you? You came on to live to sojourn. Who is he to judge? Go ahead.
They said, this is what they said in today's time. They said, don't judge me. God is all up. They said.
Only God can judge me.
Right, only God can judge me. Yeah, who is you to judge? Only God can judge me. You know what I'm saying?
Is a sin.
You can't judge me, you know what I'm saying, for wanting to be a homosexual, telling me it's wicked for me to want to do this. Back, move out the way. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get in there and blow some rods. We trying to get in there and be, have some homosexual sex. That's what's going on. Keep going.
Now will we deal worse with thee.
Now, we gonna, you know what I'm saying? Well, now it's gonna be tight on you. We came for them. But what we gonna do to them, we gonna do it to you and even worse. You know what I'm saying? That's the same spirit, man. That's the same spirit that's going on right now today in this society. You know what I'm saying? With this homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? With this homosexuality, man, and the same thing with that the sexual deviant, like you said, like with old R. Kelly, wanting to have sex with these babies. It's in the scriptures that ain't what's supposed to be happening.
Right.
Is that it on that?
No.
Go ahead.
Then with them, and they pressed sore upon the men, even Lot, he came near to break the door.
They trying to bust the door down with this aggressive homosexuality, man.
That lust.
You know what I'm saying? Burning with this lust to get these, man. He done offered them 2 beautiful Israelite women. You know we got the baddest sisters on the planet. He done offered them two women who ain't never had a man before. Fresh ones. They don't want it. These men would rather lay with another man. Keep going. What's up?
If I may read all the way to verse 11, it's very important.
Go ahead.
Come. Verse 10, but the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door.
Right. So the man seen that, the angel seen what was going on. They like, okay, these man is full of demons. This homosexual demon had completely taken them over. So they snatched Lot back in the crib. They seen the mob was finna come and try to take Lot, and Lot was finna sacrifice himself and his family for them. They had seen enough. These angels had seen enough. They snatched him in the house. Keep going.
Come. Last verse 11. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness.
They did what?
They smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness.
Right. And so what did the Lord say was going to happen about the homosexual? Read 13 again.
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lieth with mankind, he have lieth, as he have lieth with the woman. Both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death.
They shall surely be put to death. And what just happened?
And they smote the men that were at the door.
That's that old English word that smote. I mean, they killed the man that was at the door. Keep going.
Of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door.
Oh, okay. So this is okay. They just blinded.
Right.
All right. So they ain't.
I would say that the angels.
But right, the angels blinded the homosexual. Right. But then right after that, the whole thing was destroyed.
Oh yeah.
The whole Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. Okay. So they still got right, but before they was destroyed, they by immediate showers, they were blinded first.
Right.
That was it on that, right?
That's right.
All right. So go back to what was that? 24.
That's it.
Yeah, go to 24.
That's it.
Yeah.
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 24. But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land, and I will give it unto you to possess it.
Right. If you don't live like that, you know what I'm saying? If you don't live like the other nations, you know what I'm saying? If you don't give in to this homosexual spirit, you know what I mean? The Lord said he's going to do what?
I will give it unto you to possess it.
Give what? Read it from the top.
But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land.
Right. We're going to have all this land. It's going to be ours. This whole earth is going to be ours. Keep going.
And I will give it unto you to possess it.
Right.
A land that floweth with milk and honey.
Right. With everything you need. Keep going. I
am the Lord your God, which have separated you from other people.
Which has separated you from other people. You know what I'm saying? Which has made you holy. That's what the word holy means. We are a holy people unto the Lord. To be separate from these people. That's how we're going to get out of this hell and get the land that the Lord has made for us to possess it. To get all of this that really belongs to us, we will get it back. But we have to separate ourselves from these people. And that means separate ourselves spiritually from them. And eventually, it's going to manifest physically. But we got to separate, get out, stop celebrating their holidays. Stop spending our money with them. You know what I'm saying? Start building up black businesses, building up, a black economy. You know what I'm saying? But first, we have to start with ourselves. We have to start building ourselves up first. We have to get our moral compass together. Stop having all these sexual deviancies. Stop selling dope to one another. Hating one another. Start loving yourself again. You know what I'm saying? We have to get back to a place where we have a moral compass. Or else if we got all the black people right now and put them into one area and try to build something, it would just be one disgusting cesspool ghetto madness because nobody has a moral compass. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows how to live properly. But if people was up here keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, that place that we would have, would be the kingdom of heaven. All right? Let's see. So let's get back to, real quick too, another part of that sexual deviancy, is that, that's going by, we're going to touch on it, is the R. Kelly thing, him sleeping with these younger women. All right? We're going to get the scripture that talks about how he ain't supposed to be sleeping with these younger women. Regardless of what them pedophiles, GMS is trying to teach people. Grab 1 Corinthians 7:36 real quick. We're going to get that because you ain't supposed to, that's another thing. Don't let, this R. Kelly thing make you think you can go out there and start sleeping with 12 and 13 and 14-year-old girls either. All right, it's not okay. It is against the Most High.
You said 12 and what?
No, 7 and 36. 1 Corinthians 7 and 36. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is against that. You cannot be running around sleeping, with little girls. Okay? Let's get it real quick.
Come on. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 36. But if any man think that he behaveth himself uncommonly towards his virgin.
So what does that mean? If any man think that he behave himself uncommonly, what does that mean? Anybody? Go ahead.
Out of character.
Yeah, just wickedly. That's good. Wickedly. You know what I'm saying? That's not right. That's not. You know what I'm saying? You doing something that's just like deviant. It's not being the person you're supposed to be to your young woman. You know what I'm saying? You're not being the man you're supposed to be. You're not doing things the right, proper way. All right? You're doing. Keep going.
Okay. If she passed the flower of her age.
If she what?
Passed the flower of her age.
What does that mean? If she passed the flower of her age? Because a lot of people think, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the pedophiles would want to take this and say, oh, she had a period. That means I can have sex with her. You know what I'm saying? But we all know, anybody who knows that girls can come on a period at 9 and 10 years old.
Right.
11 and 12 years old. So she's a little 11 and 12-year-old girl is ready to be married, ready to have sex. You know what I'm saying? That's what these homosexuals teach you. That this means, oh yeah, if she passes the flower of her age, she's ready to go. She had a period. You are a disgusting pedophile, man, and you're going to get everything you got coming to you, thus says the Lord. All right? But that is not what they mean. Anybody want to take a shot at what that, and why is they saying that? Read the whole verse.
Okay. And need so required. Let him do what he will. He sinneth not. Let them marry.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying, if a man think he doing wickedly, but you know what I'm saying, he ain't dealing with her right or something, and he want to get married, let him marry. You know what I'm saying? If she's past the flower of her age. But what is that about? What is does this mean? To pass the flower of her age. Nobody right now? There's no sweat. Anybody? Let me see if somebody online said something. And if anybody online got any questions, man, type your questions in, man. We'll try to get to them today if we can. All right. But anyway, so for the people, you know what I'm saying, break this down for you brothers who want to use this to sleep with you little girls. When they're talking about planting the flower of her age, the reason it's a metaphor. Think of the metaphor they're using is they're comparing a woman to a flower. We all seen, when flowers bloom, right? They come up to a certain point. It's a flower, but it's in that little bulb. You ever seen it? Like this, closed up. But then what does a flower do? It blossoms and becomes a full-fledged flower. Beautiful, in full. You don't take the flower in this small state. You let the flower bloom until the woman that like those they using that they comparing a woman to a flower to let you understand that you have to let the woman bloom to her full potential, like you would let a flower bloom. Just like a woman is like this, you know what I'm saying? A flower is like this, it might be opening a little bit. It ain't ready. It's not a full-fledged flower yet. It's still developing. Like in Titus when they were saying, with the older women teach the younger women. You know what I'm saying? If you can grab that with scripture too, I believe it's in Titus. Older women, teach the younger women. What's going on? Something wrong?
Yes, we short on time.
Right.
It's about to die soon.
Okay, so for time's sake, dang. Dang, say how much time we got?
7 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, this ain't okay at all. All right, so look. So yeah, that's what that's talking about. You know what I'm saying? The flower of her age. You know what I'm saying? When she blooms into a woman, that's when you can have her. And that's when, a lot of times it can be there with some, 17, and it usually happens around 17, 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? When a woman is fully matured into, when she's at that stage of womanhood. You know what I'm saying? But then it's still that process of this. Keep read that.
Come. Titus 2:4, that they may teach the young woman to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands,
Right.
that the word of God be not blasphemed.
Right. So they, you know what I'm saying? It's a process. Let the little girl grow to be a woman. Let her be taught by some of these older women how to be a woman, how to take care of herself properly, how to be a good woman to her husband, how to clean and keep herself together. You know what I'm saying? Give her time to bloom into the woman that she's going to be. That's what this is about. For you, you pedophiles out there. All right, who's so thirsty you can't wait till the sister is of age, till she has passed up the flower of her age. And she's a full woman and ready to be a good wife to you. All right. So yeah, R. Kelly was completely out of pocket, but I just hate how Hugh Hefner did this for years. That white man had young girls running around there, underage girls, but they treated him like some type of a god. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so yeah, that's that. So let's get a couple more scriptures, man, before we have to get up out of here. Grab Romans 1:26. You know what I'm saying? Homosexuality is not okay. All of these sexual deviancies is not okay, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So like if we're having to speed up a bit, but we gotta have to get up out of here. We having some technical difficulties with our feed here. All right, so we're gonna be getting up out of here real soon. But let's get it.
Romans chapter 1 verse 26. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affection. For even their women did change the natural use unto that which is against nature.
Right, you know what I'm saying? We was given up to vile affection because we want to live like the heathens. So now our women have changed their natural use. They ain't using their body for what it's naturally used for. They out here bumping vaginas with each other, trying to start a fire or something, I guess. I don't know what's going on. It's a whole lot of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Going on there. Keep going.
Okay, verse 27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman,